Hi, my name is Carsey Daniel. Today I'm going to talk about hand washing. Did you know that 80% of communicable diseases are transferred by touch? Keeping your hands clean is one of the most important steps we can take to avoid sickness and spreading germs to others. Many diseases and conditions are spread by not washing your hands properly with soap and clean running water. Hand washing requires only soap and water or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. An alcohol-based hand sanitizer doesn't require water. The failure of people in many countries to wash their hands with soap and water is the cause of high child death rate. The United Nations estimate that over 800 children die every day from diarrhea caused by inadequate access to water or poor hygiene. Although people around the world clean their hands with water, few use soap to wash their hands, because soap and water for hand washing might be less available in developing countries. Even when soap is available, it might be reserved primarily for laundry or bathing instead of hand washing. Hand washing with soap is not only simple and inexpensive, but can also dramatically cut the number of young children who get sick. Washing hands with soap decreases sickness and decreases the spread of germs much more effectively than with water alone. According to CDC, 1 out of every 3 people will skip washing their hands after going to the bathroom. The American Society of Microbiology conducts a study every few years on hand washing in public restrooms. In 2010, researchers stood in bathrooms pretending to fix their hair or put on makeup and observed that over 20% of people at the Pennsylvania Station and Grand Central Terminal in New York failed to wash their hands. Hand washing and hand hygiene initiatives will greatly reduce common colds, the flu, respiratory diseases, and airborne diseases. A score in Detroit showed that children who wash their hands has 24% fewer sick days due to respiratory illness and 51% fewer sick days due to an upset stomach. In China, distribution of soap in primary schools resulted in 54 fewer sick days. Last, the use of hand sanitizer in the classroom resulted in 20 fewer sick days across 16 different elementary schools. You should practice washing your hands daily. You should always wash your hands when they are visibly soiled, after using the restroom, blowing your nose or sneezing, before and after eating, handling food, drinking or smoking, touching raw poultry or fish, handling garbage, visiting or caring for sick people, and handling animals. By washing your hands the proper way, you can prevent contact with germs and illness for yourself and other people. The correct way to wash your hands is to first wet your hands and lather with soap. Next, rub your hands together with friction for 20 or more seconds. Rub wrist, between fingers, and under fingernails. Rinse your hands with running water and dry with a clean paper towel. Make sure your hands are not damp, because damp hands are 1,000 times more likely to spread bacteria than if your hands are dry. If in a public restroom, shut the faucet off with a dry paper towel. Push the door open with your shoulder, paper towel, or arm. Always try to avoid using your hands. A good practice for hand washing would be to scrub your hands hard for 20 seconds or sing the Happy Birthday song twice. It doesn't matter if the water is hot or cold, it is the act of scrubbing with the physical removal of germs on your hands. Cover all cuts with bandages and keep your hands away from your mouth, eyes, and nose to avoid infection. One of the best ways to prevent a cold from spreading is by covering your nose, mouth while coughing or sneezing. Always use a tissue or the bend of your arm to help prevent germs from contaminating the area. So don't forget to disinfect high traffic areas like doorknobs, light switches, phones, or TV remotes. You can also use alcohol-based hand sanitizers to effectively kill germs. Many studies have found that sanitizers with an alcohol concentration between 60 to 95% are more effective at killing germs than those with a lower alcohol concentration, or non-alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Non-alcohol-based hand sanitizers may not work equally well for all germs and may just reduce the growth of germs rather than kill them outright. They are also more likely to irritate the skin. Some studies show that hand sanitizers work well in settings like the hospital, where the hands come into contact with germs but are not greasy or really dirty. If your hands become very greasy or soiled, such as after you handle food, play sports, work in the garden, or go camping or fishing, hand sanitizers may not work well, so you should wash your hands with soap and water. Hand washing is so important that the Global Public-Private Partnership for Hand Washing with Soap created a Global Hand Washing Day. This day encourages school children, teachers, and families to get involved. It is a way to support a global and local culture of hand washing with soap and to shine a spotlight on the state of hand washing in each country. This day raises awareness about the benefits of hand washing with soap. It has been celebrated since 2008 annually on October 15th worldwide. Just remember 3 words: wash your hands. It's not that difficult to prevent a cold. By just learning and using new behaviors and lifestyle habits and replacing the bad ones, you can prevent germs and promote a healthier immune system.